Dogs live in our homes, share our couches, and sometimes even our beds. But how well do we really know them? There are plenty of myths about our furry friends that have been passed down for generations, but when you dig a little deeper, they're not quite what they seem. For example, how many of us believe that when a dog licks you, it's their version of a big, slobbery kiss? Other popular myths include the belief that 1 human year equals 7 dog years, or that only happy dogs wag their tails, and much more. Today, you'll learn the truth behind these common misconceptions. But first, here's one of the biggest myths. Contrary to popular belief, dogs don't see in black and white. In fact, dogs can see colors, though their range isn't as wide as ours. While we see the world in vibrant reds, greens, and blues, dogs mostly see in shades of blue and yellow. Reds and greens? Not so much. They show up more like browns and grays. So, now that you know, next time you're picking out a toy for your pup, go for something bright yellow. They will be able to spot it in the grass much easier, and who knows, it might just make playtime a little more fun. And here's another dog behavior myth. Only happy dogs wag their tails. It's tempting to think a wagging tail means a happy dog, but that's not always the case. Tail position and movement speed can mean different things. A slow, low wag might indicate uncertainty, while a fast, high wag could signal excitement, or even aggression. When your dog's tail is in full motion, it's important to pay attention to how they're wagging, not just that they are. A dog's tail can tell you a lot about their mood, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. If their tail is wagging to the left, studies show that could indicate stress, while a right-sided wag often means they're feeling positive. Keep an eye on the full body language. Ears, eyes, and overall posture can provide the complete story. Now here's a dog myth we've all heard at some point. 1 human year equals 7 dog years. Sounds simple, right? But the truth is, it's far from that. In reality, a dog's first year is more comparable to a teenager's. About 15 human years of growth crammed into just 12 months. After that, the rate slows, but it varies significantly depending on the breed. Larger dogs tend to age faster and have shorter lifespans, while smaller breeds like Chihuahuas and toy poodles live longer and age more slowly. Understanding how dogs really age helps us care for them better, because let's face it, they deserve all the love, no matter how old they are. Before we get into the next myth, if you love your furry friend and want them to live their best life, make sure to subscribe to Nosy Paws. You won't want to miss our future videos filled with helpful tips and fun dog facts. Okay, no beating around the bush here. I hate to break it to you, but hugging isn't always a dog's favorite activity. While we humans find comfort in a good embrace, many dogs find it restrictive and a bit stressful. Sure, some dogs tolerate it, but for others, those tight arms feel more like being trapped. They may feel uncomfortable when you're hugging your furry friend, so it's important to pay attention to their body language. Shaving your dog's fur in the summer keeps them cool. It seems logical, right? Less fur equals less heat. But shaving your dog's coat could actually do more harm than good. Most dogs have a double coat that helps regulate their body temperature, keeping them cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Shave off that fur and you're leaving them vulnerable to sunburn, overheating, and bug bites. It's like throwing away their natural air conditioning. Ever caught your dog eating grass and wondered if they're sick? Well, despite what many believe, not every grass-chewing session is a cry for help. In fact, most dogs eat grass for reasons that have nothing to do with illness. Some simply enjoy the texture, while others might be a little bored or anxious, kind of like how humans might fidget when they're restless. Studies even show that only a small percentage of dogs actually vomit after munching on grass, so it's usually harmless. However, if you notice your dog obsessively eating grass, it could be a sign to consult your vet, just to make sure everything's in check. All dogs can naturally swim is a myth. While the doggy paddle is an adorable image, not every pup is born a Michael Phelps. Some breeds, like bulldogs and dachshunds, are actually more likely to sink than swim due to their body structure. These short-legged, stocky dogs don't have the buoyancy or stamina to paddle for long. Always introduce your dog to water slowly and keep a close eye on them. With the right training and supervision, even the most water-averse dogs can become confident swimmers. Do dogs really feel guilt when they do something wrong? As much as we'd like to believe they feel bad, that guilty look is more about reading your emotions than actual remorse. In fact, dogs live very much in the present moment. They don't reflect on past actions with guilt like humans do. So, that guilty look you see, it's not because your pup regrets chewing up the shoes an hour ago. They're simply responding to your current emotional state. It's their way of trying to restore harmony and avoid conflict. not a sign of genuine remorse. Here's another myth. We all love to think that when our dog licks us, it's their way of showering us with love, like giving a kiss. But here's the truth. That sloppy lick isn't necessarily their version of affection. While some dogs do lick as a sign of bonding, they often do it for other reasons, like tasting leftover food, exploring their environment, or even showing submission. So, while it's cute to believe they're giving kisses, your dog might actually be checking if you dropped a crumb from lunch. The idea that you need to show your dog who's boss by being the pack leader is a myth. This old-school approach comes from outdated research on wolves, which suggested that wolves fight for dominance to become the alpha of the pack. But here's the thing. Dogs aren't wolves, and even wolves don't act like that in the wild. They live more like families, with the parents guiding and protecting their young, not dominating them through force. Your dog isn't trying to take over your household, they just need guidance and love. Instead of trying to be the alpha, focus on building trust and using positive reinforcement to train them. Give them structure, yes, but use rewards, praise, and a little patience. After all, dogs don't need to be dominated, they just need to know they're safe and loved. We all love to sneak our dogs a bite of what we're eating, but not all human food is safe for them. Foods like chocolate, grapes, onions, and even macadamia nuts are toxic to dogs. In fact, some of these can cause serious health issues like kidney failure or digestive problems. Sure, they may give you those big puppy eyes when you're eating, but stick to dog-friendly treats. Trust me, their stomach and your wallet will thank you later. It's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to their health. Plus, there are plenty of safe, healthy treats designed just for them that they'll love just as much. There's a common myth that if a dog bites their owner, they must be aggressive, but that's not always true. Dogs bite for various reasons, and it's often not out of aggression. Sometimes they bite because they're scared, feeling cornered, or even in pain. Other times, a dog might nip while playing, simply getting a little too carried away with excitement. It's important to understand your dog's body language and the context of the bite. If they're growling, showing teeth, or backing away, it could be a warning sign that they're uncomfortable, not that they're an aggressive dog. So don't jump to conclusions. There's usually a reason behind every bite. If you're curious about why your dog might bite and want to learn more, check out Nosy Paws' video, If Your Dog Bites Your Hand, Here Is Why, by clicking the card in the top right corner. You'll get a deeper understanding of what might be triggering your dog's behavior. The belief that a female dog feels empty if she doesn't have a litter is a myth. Dogs don't have the same emotional connection to reproduction as humans do. In fact, there is no medical or psychological evidence to suggest that a female dog benefits from having a litter before being spayed. Allowing a dog to have a litter does not make her healthier or happier. In reality, spaying female dogs before their first heat cycle significantly reduces their risk of developing certain cancers, such as mammary and ovarian cancer. The decision to breed a dog should be made responsibly and not based on the misconception that it's emotionally necessary for the dog. So, rather than believing this myth, it's better to focus on ensuring your dog's health and well-being through proper care, exercise, and a loving environment. There you have it, the truth behind some of the most common myths about our four-legged friends. Whether it's understanding why they lick you or debunking the idea that all dogs love hugs, we hope this video has shed some light on the truth behind the wagging tails and wet noses we love so much. Curious to find out if your dog thinks of you as their mother? Click on the video now to discover the signs. It's packed with fun and insightful information that'll help you understand your furry friend better. Don't miss out. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Nosy Paws, and check out our other videos for more tips and tricks to better understand your dog. Thanks for watching.